Across our planet, there flow an estimated 165 million rivers, each winding its own path, weaving through forests, mountains, and cities. Most of these rivers behave as we expect, carrying fresh water from source to sea, nurturing the landscapes and the life along their banks. For countless generations, humans have relied on these waterways for sustenance, travel, and inspiration. Their familiar, tranquil rhythms shaped the very heart of our civilizations. But not all rivers conform to this comforting pattern. A rare few break all the rules, defying the very laws of nature as we understand them. Among the ordinary, there exist rivers that seethe with boiling heat. Rivers that flow with acid, strong enough to dissolve metal. Or rivers so toxic that nothing survives their touch. These are places where the line between reality and legend begins to blur, and where the power of the earth reveals itself in awe-inspiring, sometimes terrifying ways. Let's begin with a river that sounds like something from a horror movie. A river that literally boils. Deep within the heart of the Peruvian Amazon lies a river that defies belief. A river where the water bubbles and steams, as if the earth itself is brewing a mysterious potion. Known to locals as Shanay Timpishka, or the river that boils with the heat of the sun, this extraordinary waterway is a natural wonder wrapped in legend, science, and danger. The boiling river stretches for more than 4 miles, winding through lush rainforest and ancient tribal lands. On the surface, it appears as any other jungle stream, until you step closer and feel the rising heat in the air. The water here can reach temperatures of up to 93 degrees Celsius, just shy of boiling. In some places, the temperature is so high that fallen leaves and even unfortunate animals are cooked alive within moments. For centuries, local tribes have revered the river, weaving it into their mythology. Some believe it is protected by a powerful spirit, while others warn that the river's deadly nature is a result of ancient curses or battles among gods. For outsiders, these stories only added to the river's mystique, and for many years, the boiling river remained a legend whispered among explorers and villagers alike. It was not until a young geoscientist named Andrés Russo heard tales of the boiling river from his Peruvian family that scientific curiosity met myth. Russo set out to find the river for himself, venturing deep into the jungle, guided by local shamans and armed with scientific instruments. His journey was as much about understanding the earth as it was about honoring the stories of the people who lived beside it. What Russo discovered was astonishing. The river is not heated by volcanic activity, as one might expect. In fact, there are no active volcanoes for hundreds of miles. Instead, the secret lies in the geology beneath the forest. Rainwater seeps deep underground, where it is superheated by geothermal energy trapped in porous rock formations. When this scalding water finds its way back to the surface, it bursts forth in hot springs, feeding the river and raising its temperature to deadly levels. Standing on the banks of the boiling river, the air shimmers with heat. Steam rises in thick clouds, curling through the jungle canopy and carrying with it the scent of minerals and earth. The river's surface roils and bubbles, creating an atmosphere that is both beautiful and surreal, a place where the ordinary rules of nature seem to have been suspended. The local Ashaninka people treat the river with deep respect. For them, it is a sacred site, a place of healing and mystery. Shamans use the hot waters in traditional medicines and ceremonies, believing that the river's unique properties are a gift from the spirits. Yet they also warn of its dangers, telling stories of animals and even people who have been overcome by the steam or fallen into the boiling flow. The danger is very real. Even a moment's contact with the water can cause severe burns. Small animals that stray too near are quickly overcome by the heat, their bodies carried away by the current. The river's banks are often littered with the remnants of these tragic encounters, a stark reminder of the power flowing just beneath the surface. Despite its lethal nature, the boiling river is teeming with life at its margins. Specialized plants and insects have adapted to the extreme microclimate, thriving in the warm, humid air. Some researchers believe that studying these organisms may unlock new secrets about adaptation and survival in extreme environments. For scientists, the boiling river offers a rare window into the dynamic forces that shape our planet. By analyzing water samples and monitoring temperature gradients, researchers can learn how geothermal processes operate far from any volcano. These findings might one day help us understand similar phenomena on other worlds, or even harness geothermal energy in new ways. Yet for all the scientific intrigue, the boiling river remains a place of wonder and reverence. Its surreal atmosphere, swirling mist, bubbling water, and the constant hum of the jungle creates a sense of otherworldliness that is difficult to describe. Here, the boundary between science and legend becomes beautifully blurred. The river's mystery has also made it a target for conservation efforts. As word of its existence has spread, so too has the threat of exploitation. The local people, alongside international conservationists, now work to protect this unique ecosystem from deforestation, pollution, and unsustainable tourism. For visitors, reaching the boiling river is no small feat. The journey requires days of travel by boat and foot, navigating dense rainforest and listening to the guidance of those who know the land best. The reward for this effort is not just the sight of boiling water, but an encounter with a living mystery, a place where the earth reveals its most extraordinary secrets. In the early morning, as the sun rises and the jungle awakens, the river takes on a magical quality. Beams of light pierce the canopy, illuminating the swirling steam and casting rainbow-colored halos over the bubbling water. It is a scene that feels more like a dream than reality. Despite the danger, the boiling river inspires awe and respect in all who witness it. Its existence challenges our understanding of what is possible and reminds us that even in the age of satellites and science, there are still wonders waiting to be discovered. As Andres Russo once said, the boiling river is a testament to the power of curiosity, the drive to seek answers, to venture into the unknown, and to listen to the wisdom of those who have come before us. In studying the boiling river, we are reminded that the earth is full of surprises and that the most extraordinary discoveries often begin with a single question. What if the stories are true? This river, with its boiling waters and sacred status, stands as a symbol of the delicate balance between nature, culture, and science. It is a place where the forces of the earth are laid bare and where the mysteries of our planet are brought to the surface, quite literally. For the people who call the Amazon home, the boiling river is more than a scientific curiosity. It is a living, breathing presence woven into the fabric of daily life and tradition. Its lessons are both practical and profound, teaching respect for nature's power and humility in the face of the unknown. As we leave the steamy banks of Shanay Timpishka behind, we carry with us a deeper appreciation for the mysteries that rivers can hold. But our journey is not yet over. There are other rivers, equally strange, equally awe-inspiring, waiting to be explored. Let us now travel across the world to a very different river. Here, the danger comes not from heat, but from something even more corrosive: acid. In the southwest of Spain, another river carves its way through the landscape, one that seems to bleed rather than flow. This is Rio Tinto, the Red River, a place where the water runs crimson and the banks are stained with minerals drawn from deep within the earth. At first glance, Rio Tinto appears almost alien. Its waters shimmer with intense shades of red, orange, and yellow, reflecting the iron and sulfur dissolved within. The landscape it passes through is equally striking. Barren hills, exposed rock faces, and twisted metal remnants from centuries of mining. It is a place of stark beauty and harsh contrasts. But the true wonder of Rio Tinto lies in its chemistry. The river's water is among the most acidic found anywhere on Earth, with a pH similar to lemon juice or stomach acid. This acidity, combined with high concentrations of dissolved metals like iron and copper, makes the river toxic to most life forms. Fish, amphibians, and most plants cannot survive in its waters. Despite these hostile conditions, Rio Tinto is far from lifeless. Over millions of years, a unique community of extremophile microorganisms has evolved to thrive in the river's acidic embrace. These tiny organisms are capable of surviving where almost nothing else can, extracting energy from iron and sulfur compounds and coloring the water with their metabolic byproducts. The existence of these extremophils has fascinated scientists for decades. Their survival mechanisms provide valuable insights into how life can adapt to the harshest environments, not only on Earth, but potentially on other planets as well. It is for this reason that Rio Tinto has become a focus of research for astrobiologists, including teams from NASA. In fact, some of the microorganisms found in Rio Tinto have analogues to those that might exist on Mars. The similarities between the river's mineral-rich, acidic environment and the geochemistry of the Martian surface make Rio Tinto a natural laboratory for testing theories about the possibilities of extraterrestrial life. But the story of Rio Tinto is not only one of natural wonder. For thousands of years, humans have mined the region's rich deposits of copper, silver, and gold. The earliest evidence of mining dates back to the Iberians and Tartessians, followed by the Romans, who extracted vast quantities of ore to fuel their empire's ambitions. The legacy of this mining is visible everywhere along the river. Massive open pits, rusted machinery, and abandoned villages dot the landscape, testament to centuries of human endeavor and exploitation. The extraction process exposed sulfide minerals to air and water, triggering chemical reactions that released sulfuric acid and dissolved metals into the river, a process known as acid mine drainage. While Rio Tinto's acidity is partly natural, centuries of intensive mining have dramatically intensified its toxic character. The river's blood-red color and extreme chemical composition are as much a product of human activity as geological processes. In this sense, Rio Tinto stands as both a marvel and a warning, a glimpse of how industry can reshape even the most ancient of landscapes. Yet even in this transformed environment, life finds a way. The extremophiles that inhabit Rio Tinto's waters are being studied not only for their resilience, but also for their potential to help clean up polluted sites. By understanding how these organisms process metals and survive acidity, scientists hope to develop new biotechnologies for environmental restoration. The river's unique chemistry has also given rise to bizarre mineral formations, crystals, stalactites, and colorful deposits that line the banks and riverbed. These striking features are reminders of the ongoing chemical dance between water, rock, and life, and they attract geologists and photographers from around the world. For locals, Rio Tinto is a place of both pride and caution. The mining industry has shaped the region's identity and history, providing livelihoods while also exacting a heavy environmental toll. Today, efforts are underway to balance economic development with conservation, preserving the river's unique ecosystem while mitigating the impacts of past exploitation. The river's surreal beauty draws visitors, but the dangers are ever present. Warning signs remind people of the water's acidity, and the absence of wildlife along the banks is a stark indicator of the river's inhospitable nature. Yet, the silence and stillness lend the area an almost otherworldly atmosphere, as if one has stepped onto a different planet. In recent years, parts of the river and surrounding landscapes have been designated as protected areas. Scientists, conservationists, and local communities are working together to study and safeguard the remarkable life that persists here. The lessons learned from Rio Tinto may one day help us address some of the greatest environmental challenges facing our world. For astrobiologists, the river remains a source of endless fascination. Robotic probes and sensors are tested here, simulating missions to Mars and other hostile worlds. The hope is that by understanding how life survives in Rio Tinto, we may one day recognize similar signs elsewhere in our solar system. Rio Tinto's legacy is a complex tapestry of natural wonder, human industry, and scientific discovery. It is a place where the boundaries between destruction and adaptation are constantly shifting, a vivid illustration of both the resilience of life and the consequences of our actions. Standing on the banks of the Red River, one cannot help but reflect on the power of time and transformation. Here, the forces of geology, biology, and humanity converge, creating a landscape that is as haunting as it is beautiful. The story of Rio Tinto is far from over. As science continues to probe its mysteries, and as efforts to restore and protect its ecosystem advance, the river remains a living laboratory, one that offers hope, warning, and inspiration in equal measure. In the end, Rio Tinto is a reminder that even the most extreme environments can harbor life, and that our planet's capacity for adaptation is as boundless as its capacity for change. As we leave the banks of this extraordinary river, we are reminded once more that the Earth is a place of endless surprises, where nature's rules can be rewritten in the most unexpected ways. Most rivers on our planet are peaceful, predictable, and life-sustaining, quietly nourishing the landscapes and communities that depend on them. Yet, as we have seen, a select few remind us that nature can be both extreme and mysterious. These rivers, boiling, acidic, or toxic, are living proof that the Earth still holds secrets capable of astonishing even the most seasoned explorers. Through the stories of Shanay-Timpishka in the Amazon and Rio Tinto in Spain, we glimpse the extraordinary diversity and resilience of our planet. These rivers defy our expectations, challenging us to look beyond the familiar and to question what we think we know about the world around us. Their existence demonstrates that, despite centuries of study, there is still so much we have yet to learn about the forces that shape our environment. Even today, among the 165 million rivers that crisscross the face of the Earth, some continue to break every rule we thought we knew. Nature is far more mysterious than it appears. In the boiling waters of the Amazon and the acid flows of Spain, we see not only the power of the planet, but also the enduring spirit of discovery that drives us to explore, to learn, and to wonder.